Whenever anyone talks about millionaires, we basically think of entrepreneurs, people who created successful businesses and are now enjoying their time in tropical islands while the rest of us hustle every day. But what if I tell you that this image will soon be destroyed and yes, you can become a millionaire too if you do what I'm about to tell you. How? Well, stick around to find out. And we can promise you 3 ways to do that if you're like the 90% who don't want to take the risk of entering the world of entrepreneurs. An important thing to know. So, the first thing that you need to understand, and that will help you forget that stereotypical image of entrepreneur equals millionaire, is that it doesn't matter how much you earn. What matters is how much you invest. There are many examples of millionaires who went broke even though they had a lot of money. The trick is to invest what you have in long-term investments that can get you to the 6 figures in a predictable, easy enough and safe way. Where to invest? The question that raises itself now is where to invest. And to answer that question, we would ask for advice from the father of investing, Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett said that if you don't know where to start, you just need to put your money into long-term, low-cost index funds. And one of the greatest examples of this is the S&P 500. This stock market index that assembles the biggest 500 companies has a guaranteed annual return that is close to 10%. This means that there is practically no risk, and you can profit handsomely from such an investment in just a few years. And to do that, you're gonna need cash, obviously, which means you have to free up as much money as you can to put it in stocks. The rule is simple: the more you invest, the faster you become rich. So, how to come up with that cash in a world where everything costs something? Don't worry, we've got you covered. It's the next point in our video. Free up extra cash. Well, the first obvious way is to start a business. Don't push that dislike button just yet. I know I promised you that this video is for non-entrepreneurs, and it is. What I mean by business is just anything you do on the side to increase the money you earn monthly. Whether it's a blog, selling some product on Amazon, dropshipping, or anything else that you can do using the internet. But if you don't want to take that path, that's okay. There are still 2 other ways that we'll talk about right now. The first one is called monetization of unused things, which basically means that you can sell anything you don't use. The trick is this: find anything that you have extra of and try to flip it for money. It can be a car that you don't use, or maybe you do use, but it's possible to switch to public transportation or buy a bicycle, which would be good for your health. Maybe an extra TV that rarely gets turned on, or even your time. And if you don't know where to start with the extra things you have in your house, I would suggest a famous book titled The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up by the writer Marie Kondo. It's going to be a great start to identify things that you don't need, but you may not want to admit that you don't need them. And if you have extra time, you can use it to do all kinds of things. You can babysit, you can walk a dog for your neighbors, or if you have a car, get signed up with Uber. Some of you are now thinking this: well, I do have extra time, but I don't want to do something that needs physical effort. And I got you. You can take on an extra client. And what that means is you need to identify the skill set that is the core of your job, of what you can do, and look for another client. It's easy enough. If you provide actual value to someone, they will hire you. People are now looking on the internet for other people to do all kinds of tasks because they don't know how, or they don't have the time to do it themselves, and they are willing to pay you for them. So find someone who will benefit from what you do best and ask them to hire you. And because you made it this far in this video, we have a bonus for you. This is a secret method that you can use to increase the free cash you have, which would mean becoming a millionaire sooner rather than later. It is a trick to make money listening to music. This really is something crazy and something we're not even sure we should show you so it doesn't go away, but you know, we're always here to help you out. A new application called Spoticash has been just made, where users can take advantage of a loophole in the billion-dollar music industry to generate passive revenue just by listening to songs. That's right, and this isn't just $7. No, Spoticash users have generated up to $240,000 in the past 6 months. You can earn up to $50 every time you stream a song, and 98% of users earned money on their first day. Don't waste time. For this, you'll need to click on a link we wrote down in the description. And we're not done. We still have another surprise. We still have one last trick up our sleeve. If you don't want to look for another job or sell anything you don't use, you can still find extra cash using the job you already have. How? I will show you the best way to negotiate a raise. But first, I need to warn you about a mistake pretty much everyone did. I'm sure you went to your boss at least once and said what you did to deserve a raise. Maybe you come to them and say, I did this, I did that, and that is why you're gonna give me more money. Sounds bad when you say it like this, right? Well, that's because it is. And the right way to do it is to think like your boss. Try to put yourself in his or her shoes and look for what the company needs instead of what you need. Let's try that question again. This time, formulate it like this. Can you help me see where the company is going and what it's trying to achieve? I'm looking for more opportunities and I want to do it here. I want to help the company get there as fast as possible. Sounds better, right? Well, we're not done yet. After your boss explains the target of the company to you, whether it's for the next quarter or even a longer-term target, you can now say this. What are the skills or opportunities that I can align myself with to grow the fastest and make more money here? This not only shows that you're willing to grow and learn, but it also shows that you're thinking of the company and how much you can contribute to them, instead of just thinking of how much you're owed and what they should give you. And that's it for today. A quick review of what we said from the start. There are 3 ways to make cash: monetize stuff you don't use, take one extra client, and negotiate a raise the right way. And before you leave, I want to emphasize one last thing. Most people fell into the trap of, I make more money, so I'll spend more money. And that is the worst thing that you can do, because it will look like you're getting richer when in fact, you're just getting surrounded by more possessions. So if you want to retire earlier than your peers and have a passive income, make sure that you invest that money instead of spending all of it on things that may end up owning you. And as we started this video with Warren Buffett, let me end it with him. He once said that it is hard for anyone not to become a millionaire because investing is simple now. A few searches on the internet and you'll find the right portfolio for you, and that's it. So the steps are: make extra cash using one or several methods that we mentioned, keep track of all the available opportunities around you, and look for the best ones for you to invest your cash for the long term, and you will get there. Well, that is it for today's video. Thank you for making it this far. Let us know in the comment section below if any of these methods worked better for you than the others, or if you have any other methods that we didn't cover. We'll be glad to check them out and spread the knowledge and love. See you at the next one.